Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Welcome back to my page. My name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to move them from being discouraged with the dating scene into healthy and happy marriages. So today, I am going to be covering for my Marriage Mondays weekly training. I'm going to be covering 3 ways for you to increase and deepen your intimacy with your spouse. All right. So if you again are new to my page, please make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, do all the things, help me out in the algorithm so I can continue to make content like this that actually feeds our community, builds our family, because we all understand that the nuclear family is where it starts in order to have a real impact on our future. So let us get right into the 3 ways that you can increase the intimacy in your marriage. So, number 1, we are starting with saying thank you. Now, I can tell you with as a mom who has a 17-month-old baby, we are just capturing the phrase thank you. And if we think back, and if we're able to think back that far, that means that we've been able to say the phrase thank you for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. However, we don't say it enough, especially to our spouse. Now, you can feel like, well, it's a given, right? So why do I have to say thank you? Of course, he knows that I'm thankful. Of course, she knows that I'm thankful. Why would they know that? Many times, some people feel like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. So why would I give somebody credit for what they're supposed to do? That may be true to some extent. However, it does not hurt you to be thankful and for you to say thank you to the people that you appreciate, even if it's for the same thing every single week. Your husband takes out the garbage 2-3 times a week. You need to say thank you each and every time so that he can appreciate that. You're cooking meals. You're taking care of the baby. He's doing whatever he's doing. You're doing whatever you're doing. Just because it has become a part of your routine, that routine has now made your marriage stale. And so you need to let this person know that you appreciate them each and every time you see them doing something of value. I don't care if that's what they're supposed to do. They could easily stop doing it, right? And then you'd be highly upset. So again, you want to say thank you every time you see your spouse doing something that is contributing to your household, that is making your load any lighter or any easier than what they have to do, because they're not compelled to do anything but die and pay taxes. Okay, so number 1, we are talking about how to deepen the intimacy in your marriage, and that is going to be say thank you. Say thank you and mean it when you see your spouse doing anything, even if it's something that is common or repetitive or their job, okay? Because nobody has to do anything. Number 2, we're talking about the second way that you can deepen the intimacy in your marriage, and that is going to be prioritizing date night. You have to prioritize your quality alone time. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care who's unemployed. I don't care who's running 17,000 businesses. You have to prioritize quality time with your spouse away from all distractions and everything. Now, there can be a range, right? So if there is necessarily not the strongest finances right now, maybe we put the kids to bed and then we choose a movie, we pop the popcorn, we light some candles, we lay something on the floor for us to get comfy with, a comforter, whatever that might look like, right? And then we're feeding each other strawberries and popcorn or whatever that might look like as we watch our favorite movie. So you can be within a budget or a range if that's a limitation. You can physically go out, which is ideal. Have new experiences. Try a different type of restaurant that you've never been to. Go on a physical date, like an activity date, something, a sport or an activity that you guys used to enjoy back in the day, and remind each other of why you fell in love in the first place. So again, if you are just joining, my name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women who are discouraged with dating to get them and move them into a healthy, happy marriage. This is Marriage Mondays. Every Monday, I go live to give you guys a brief but extremely useful training around marriage. So when you get to that point, things don't fall apart. Okay. So number one, we're talking about intimacy and how to deepen that intimacy. And we started with making sure that you're thankful. You are saying thank you with your mouth. Thank you, babe. Thank you, honey. Thank you, sweetheart. Every time they do something in the house, even if that's their job. Because I can tell you as a woman, and I've had conversations with women, and things are our job traditionally, we still have an expectation that our spouse is going to chip in, and we are thankful when they do. So don't tell me that the garbage is his job, dropping off the kids is his job. Yes, we all have roles and responsibilities, but it doesn't mean that your spouse will not appreciate a thank you. So you are verbally saying thank you. Number two, we talked about prioritizing date night. If it's on a budget at home after the kids are put down, if it's physically outside to a new restaurant or your restaurant that maybe you had your first date, or a physical activity. We're talking about bowling or axe throwing, whatever that might look like, especially things that allow you to reminisce, to be reminded of why the two of you are together in the first place. Many times when life becomes redundant, you need those memories. And make sure, and this is a bonus, on that date night, no kids, no finances. This is not the time for you to pull out the trusty calculator and start budgeting. This is not the time for you to pull out the trusty calendar and start talking about what activities are coming up and who has to register such and such for swimming and then who has to make sure that they're paying. This is not the time. You are conversing about the good old days. You're conversing about what your future may hold. Again, not with the kids and not with finances specifically. You are talking about what's going on at work, what's going on in life, what's going on with his friend, your friend, within the sanctity of your friendship, right? Those are the conversations that you are having. We leave the kids at home. That means we leave the conversation about the kids at home. All right. And then we are rounding out the third way that you are going to deepen your intimacy is going to be share your thoughts. No one is a mind reader, y'all. Share your opinions, share your concerns, share your thoughts. Make sure that we're not doing this in an accusatory way. You never do, and I always, and you never, right? But if you are not sharing what your concerns are, how do you have an expectation that your spouse is supposed to fix said thing? That's unreasonable. It's unrealistic, right? And so you have to make sure that whatever your concerns are, whatever your fears are, whatever is on your mind that may be holding you back from being your best self and showing up as your best self in your marriage, that you are expressing it clearly and with respect so that that person can do, so that they can change whatever activity is that may be bothering you, so that they can take action. But having an expectation that he should just know, maybe so, but he doesn't. And so now you're the one who's accountable because you did not say, babe, it hurts my feelings when you blank. So make sure that you are doing your part and you are expressing your concerns. Again, thank you for everyone who has joined this Marriage Mondays. I will be on again on Wednesday for my weekly live Q&A where I take questions in the chat and answer them all around dating, romantic relationships, marriage, breakup, and the sort. And then here every Monday for Marriage Monday. If you would like to book a consultation with me, you are struggling in your romantic life as a single person or a married person, please go ahead and click any of the links that are in accordance to where you are in the description. I'll make sure I pin it as well in the comments, especially for my single ladies, again, because that's where I primarily work. And again, thank you so much for joining this live stream. Please make sure that you subscribe so you can get the alerts of when I have my Mondays and Wednesday live streams. And I will see you on Wednesday. Peace.